Hi, my name is Keone, or Clara is my username for Fullerton College. I decided to take this class because it sounded a little more interesting than the other options provided for my general education classes. It is also my goal to finish college and graduate college before I graduate high school. I'm currently a high school student. So my full-time gig is at high school, and then I continue my education and part-time at Fullerton College currently. I hope I read the instructions correctly. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to make a video. It does mention a figure or a video. So the video is what I'm going to opt to do. If I do this wrong, I can completely redo it. But what I have learned about DTMs, or what it's called, is a demographic transition model. It's a model that looks like this. It's a rectangle with 5 individual squares that's in it. This red line right here is the death rates, and then this purple line right here that I drew are the birth rates. So I'm going to explain what each of these stages kind of mean. And this data is for birth and death rates per 1,000 population. So in stage 1, birth and death rates are high due to vulnerability to drought and disease. Since people are more vulnerable to getting sick or having a lack of access to food or water, death rates are obviously high, and birth rates are also going to be high, but for the lack of resources, even if people are born, they are more likely to die more quickly, which adds to the increased death rates. There's minimal population growth. No country today is in stage 1. Moving on to stage 2, there is a decline in death rates that lead to a rise in population. Agricultural productivity and improvements are seen in public health. Vaccines that fight, there are vaccines available that fight childhood diseases that would usually be fatal if not treated. 2 countries are primarily agricultural, meaning culturally and historically, families prefer to be in a large number in stage 2, and here birth rates remain high. So we can see here that this purple line in stage 2 shows a high birth rate that stays high. Moving on to stage 3, urbanization and increasing access to contraceptives lead to a decline in birth rate. Women enter the workforce and are more educated. Population growth begins to slow down. Middle, South Africa, and India are currently in stage 3. Women are having more access to contraceptives because they are more socially accepted. Women, when they become more educated, they have more control over their reproductive rights, which makes it a little more socially acceptable to not have a large amount of children or a large family. Moving on to stage 4, birth rates approach death rates, meaning that purple line and red line kind of almost meet together at stage 4. Women have increased independence as well as educational opportunities. Families choose to have fewer children or no children at all. Currently, China and Europe are in stage 4. Moving on to stage 5. This is more of a proposed stage. It's not very official. Birth rate has fallen below death rates as families decide to only have 1 children or no children at all. Population will decline unless there is significant immigration. So, as seen here, the purple line, which is birth rates and death rates, meet right at the start of stage 5. and we can see a decline here in birth rates. So only way we can see the population grow, which is separate from DTM, is if we have a significant amount in the immigrant population. Right now, an example of a country that's in stage 5 currently is Japan. They're in stage 5 with a fertility rate for women of 1.41. So people who migrate out of agricultural or rural areas, they inadvertently promote people living in urban areas. They influence other people to also move into more urbanized or industrialized areas, which further increases urbanization. So that is what I have learned, and the information that I have accumulated about DTMs, also known as demographic transition models. Thank you.